Let me go ahead and bring it in. In order to take accountability for what has passed and what will be, there's no time like presently. So, for all of those with mouths and ears, can we have a moment of your time? We want to gain some perspective. Can we have a piece of your mind? What's going on, gentlemen?
What up?
Going on, man? It's been a beautiful week, man. I can't wait to get into it with you guys, man. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling?
Oh, I'm here. I'm very much here, but I am very tired. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very tired. Yeah.
Physically tired.
Physically, I'm out. Yeah, we got this spot out here. It's in Franktown, Colorado. It's called
Hey.
Castlewood Canyon. Yeah, right, Franktown.
Yeah, it's not like the place for me, man.
And it's got this this trail out here, this hiking trail. It's the Castlewood Canyon. And it's like it depends on where you go. There's plenty of trails to go, but the highlight of it is the Castlewood Canyon Dam. Back in like the late 1800s, there was a dam built, which only lasted like 30 or 40 years, and it collapsed and like flooded out a huge plain out in Colorado, and it became a trail. So people walk and go look at the dam. You go walk around it. You can walk underneath it. Like, it's pretty dope, man. So we did that today.
Is it like one of those? Is it a national park?
Yeah, yep, it is.
Yeah?
It is. Yeah, we got lots of them out here, man.
Yo, you know that's kind of been me and my lady's thing since I started traveling with her. Like, she just like going to the park. So I'm like, yo, let's get one of these books. Let's take these pictures. Let's
do it.
We've been here. Like, why not, man?
Yeah, hell yeah. I would suggest it, man. Like, that, it's a fun thing to do, And then out here in Colorado, they got it worked into like your registration. So like when you get your vehicle registered, you could pay like an extra like 10 or 15 bucks or something, and then you gain access to all the state parks. So after 1 or 2 visits, you pay for your visits for the entire year, which is kind of cool. So
yeah, it's kind of dope.
Kate has a better vehicle for that kind of off-road, dirt road kind of stuff than I do.
Yeah?
So
what she pays for it.
No, nothing crazy like that. But like her, she sits in an SUV a little higher than my car, much easier to get around with hers. So whenever she does a registration, she usually gets it, and then throughout the year we'll hit the state parks 3, maybe 4 different times. We try to at least. And we'll go to a whole bunch of different kinds, man. Like I said, there's a lot of them out here in Colorado. So physically, that's why I'm tired, man. We were out there at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and got home like 5:30-ish. So I'm tired, bro.
I can't wait to go on. I can't wait to go on some kind of hike or something random like that, man. It should sound like fun.
It's cool because, like, for the most part, we followed the trail. Like, so it's simple. It's not super crazy. But then Aiden and I, we got a little wild and we went off the beaten path. And so we're doing some tag teaming through like rocks that split. We're like climbing under trees and through little dark caverns. Like, it was pretty wild, man. It was kind of shit you don't want to do by yourself. Like, you want to go with a buddy because if something happens
with your kid,
yeah, you'd be out there lost by yourself if you do it alone. So with Aiden and I, it was kind of cool, man. So we went off the path for like a half hour by ourselves, and like, it was just fun, man. Got to see some cool nature. Got to see lizards and water spiders. We got to be kind of where like there was a flock of, I don't know if they call it a flock, but it was like 7 or 8 hawks all circling in the sky, kind of together as a pack. Like, got to see a lot of wildlife too, man. And it just smells good. You get away from the city, man, and it smells and feels alive out there. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I recommend it, man. Get out there and just do it. It's fun.
Heck, when we find our way over there, if that's where we landing at for this group visit, man, let's go to the park, man. Let's make that one of the things, man. I'm down.
Let's do it. That'd be cool, man. Just spend half your day doing that. Prepare. Yeah, we got a bunch of snacks, man, like little half sandwiches, bunch of beef jerky and tomatoes and just, random shit to eat and snack on, man. You feel real good too. You get a lot of sun. I'm finna get some sunburn, I'm sure. So got a whole bunch of sun on me, but it's worth it, man. It's worth it.
Yeah, I definitely want to do some like nature hiking, bicycle trails, things like that. Yeah, there's stuff like out here in Connecticut to do that like you wouldn't even know is available for us, right?
Right.
But yeah, I definitely want to explore more of like
Hey, Brian,
the country. Yeah.
is there any way you could get the mic closer to you or something? It's like I can hear you, but you sound like it's a little further from you.
Better?
Let me get a mic check.
I don't know. I hear you clear.
Yeah?
Definitely not super loud, but clear. Yeah.
Maybe I have to.
I don't know. I feel like he could be clearer. I don't know.
But
All right, Brian,
yeah,
what you were saying? I'm sorry.
trails in Connecticut,
yeah,
the little gems.
Yeah, I definitely want to like explore more of the country too, like the United States. Like the other day,
Right.
one of our, well, she's not our neighbor anymore, but she used to be our neighbor. She stopped by to visit. You know, she was talking to our father, and you know, she was talking about how, you know, her son.
Oh, Star.
Yeah, her son's about to turn 18. He's about to, you know, go do his own thing, and you know, she's kind of looking forward to it, even though that's like, you know, her boy. You know, she was telling her husband, yeah, you know, we should get an RV. You know, we should just travel the country. And that's something I actually would love to do one day, you know. Just take a trip all across the country, you know, visit all 50 states. I mean, you know, Hawaii and Alaska, I think, you know, have to travel by air. But
listen,
the other ones are
it's something I can picture. It's something I can picture me doing too, B, and it's something we got to inspire some damn body to do. Because, yo, if somebody know how to work from a computer and make money that way, and you dreamt about traveling the world, hey, man, it's time to do two things at once, man. You only YOLO, man. You only live once. All right? I don't know who that's for, but you only live once, man. Go do it, goddammit.
Yeah, I like the idea.
Document the entire experience, know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, somebody doing that already, man. I'm pretty sure you can find that on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Probably. Life in the RV, man. You know what I mean? Like that'd be cool, man. Just I would probably do it. I would probably try it, man. Cause yeah, like what else do you need? You know what I mean? You got shelter, you got place to cook, pop the piss in kind of thing. Like, and if not, you just go dig a hole in nature, man. That's the whole point, right? Like that's cool, man. I really like the idea of that. I would definitely try that one day if the opportunity ever came. I never looked at an RV, but I could imagine that's a price tag right there for sure. Got to be.
You know what,
off the top
man?
of my head, I imagine that's like $80,000 or more.
I heard there's not really a market for used RVs, man. They say once people get their RVs, man, that's it. It's RV life.
Hey.
I heard it's a lifestyle.
Sure, right? Yeah, you can live. Hey, you know the taxes here too expensive. We out. Let's go.
Hey,
on the
you
road
know what?
again.
I can picture the house getting noisy, and I'd be like, man, I need a goddamn mental break. I'm going to my RV. I'm going to my other house. Might pull off.
No, that's fun, man. It's that nomadic lifestyle, you know. I've always kind of like thought about it like in a weird way when I was younger. Like, I don't want to be a nomad. I don't want to just be everywhere. But as I get older, man, it's like that kind of sounds like a fun thing to try. You know, be a nomad for a year, just all over, just go.
Yeah, I feel like
somebody asks me where you live, wherever I want to.
Everywhere.
Yesterday I was in Wyoming. Today I'm in Washington.
There you go.
You know, I feel like I got a lot of family that came from the islands that are like that. Like they're constantly moving around. Like I had a cousin. He would be here, Texas, back in the islands. Like he just I don't know. He was all over the place. And then I feel like I have I just know people that like they'll go live somewhere for like a few years, and then they'll leave. It don't matter what they're doing. Like they live there for a few years, leave. Live for a few years, leave. It's a lifestyle for some people, yo.
It is. It really is. And then I would like go even further and wonder like the cuisine, you know, like what do you do? Like you just kind of eat the food in the state, like, you know, all right, I'm, you know, like we're in Wyoming, so we eating Wyoming cooked meals, you know, we're out in New York, so we doing New York top, like, you know, like would you do that? Do you, you know what I'm saying? Do you just bring your favorites and Yeah.
Bro,
Yep.
like if
I
you
That
if
would
you
be
ever been
wonder.
to
definitely
Louisiana,
definitely
that
be a way to
vacation,
make an experience.
Mm,
yeah, that would be cool. Right? You know, Texas, eating
I think
Tex-Mex.
so. Hey, there you go. Right? Yeah, that'd be a dope ass experience like that, man. Just kind of, just well, you know what's that? What they say when in Rome, right? You just shit. That's what they
Do
eat,
as
and
the
that's what we
Romans do.
eating too. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
that's cool. I like that, man. Yeah, maybe one day, y'all fellas, maybe one day we'll do that. We'll record that shit at a podcast while we're in the RV.
Hey, you
That'd be
know
some
what,
shit.
man? You know what? Being linked up here with you guys again, man. At this time in our life, I can picture it, bro. It's gonna be like some Adam Sandler and his crew type shit. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Oh yeah.
might be a little bigger by then, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
grown up
Maybe.
straight to DVD version.
Oh man. Yeah. Love the whole Happy Gilmore crew, man. It's some fun dudes. I love Adam
Yeah,
Sandler.
yeah. Hey yo, a whole left conversation I had with Brian earlier this week. I wanted to share with you guys, man. Brian, I don't know how I can't even remember how we got into it, but we was talking. Somehow we end up talking, having a conversation about what you call them? What you call it, B? The
Oh,
devils, the
doppelgangers.
doppelgangers. Yeah,
Uh,
we end up having a whole conversation about doppelgangers. I can't even remember how it
Doppelgangers.
started though, but it was an interesting conversation, B. How do we get into that, B?
Oh well, I know. Like the other day, I was talking to this girl about doppelgangers, right? Because there's this cat that came from I don't know where, but he looks
Oh, that's
like
right. It started with our cat.
yeah, he looks kind of like our cat, and they were like staring each other down one day. So I'm like, who's this fake Sylvester over here? So I'm like, hey, you get out of here, right? So like, you know, he looks like a cat, but different enough for me to know that he ate my cat. So I was telling this
Yep.
girl a story about that. Like, yeah, you know, just some cat that looks like Sylvester. He came in, you know, he came on our block the other day, and like it looked like they were about to get into it. So then I got into a conversation with her about like, you know, people that look like us. Right. I was like, yeah, you know, I got mistaken for a guy a couple times, and like, you know,
Yeah.
people swore like I was the dude. So I was like, you know,
Okay.
luckily he ain't got no enemies, right?
Yeah, right.
Word.
Oh man,
Now
damn.
imagine, yo, and
Oh
that's why it
man.
was an intriguing conversation. I'm like, you know what, B? I used to get confused with like 2 or 3 people from right here in Connecticut. So you know, dude, my brain going left. Even as a young man, my brain going left. First it goes, all right, man. Let me go talk to my dad, okay? We can find out if I got some more brothers out here or something, right? That was the first left brain thought, but I never thought about like, yo, what if one of these dudes had a bad reputation or whatever, like, and somebody mistake me for them or them for me, like. I wonder if anybody ever experienced anything like that, man. That junk would be crazy. Like you can hound down for looking like somebody, like you know what I mean?
Right.
I want
Damn.
if anybody ever had a story like that and you listening to this podcast, please share. Please
That'd
get
be
in
cool.
contact with us and share your story, okay? 'Cause I want to hear it. That one would be definitely an interesting conversation to have with somebody.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever
Word.
been in that situation with, you know, someone. I've definitely had that you know, you have a familiar face thing. Like you look like somebody I know, like, but never where someone actually thought I was that person. I've never experienced that. But I do hear stories about it too, you know. And we got a little joke at home. So like I have a secret handshake with Kate, Evelyn, and Aiden. Like I have a secret handshake with everybody. And when they mess it up, I'm like doppelganger, and that's like I come at them. Like it's one of those things, man. It's just like, hey, if the world was ever overtaken by doppelgangers, listen, we got a secret handshake, and that's how we're going to determine who the hell is who. You know, like we're good. And it's funny, man, because yeah,
That's funny, man. That's funny. I
we say
like
it all
that.
the time. We make light out of it, you know, to kind of make some fun.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
that's interesting,
It's all
man.
fun and game till it's real.
Yeah,
then you ain't
Right.
gonna know, Hector. Okay.
Like one of those Lifetime movies.
Scary. Yeah, right.
Like, he's the imposter. No, it's him. I
Fucking some
swear.
sci-fi.
Bro,
Gotta
yeah,
start
should use the
asking him
Twitter.
questions and.
Word, you're gonna be lost like Miles in that last movie he was in, Miles Morales.
Oh man, I haven't. No spoilers, bro. No spoilers. I'll be living under a rock sometimes when it comes to movies, man. It take me a minute to get to them.
You know what's funny, Hector, man? I don't watch like a lot of like the Marvel ones and all that, but like the animated ones, I get to those, bro.
Oh yeah,
Like
I feel
Spider-Man,
you.
I'm gonna get to that every time, man. I
Right,
might
right.
catch it while it's still in the theater.
I like that. Yeah, but it's certain ones, bro. Like the Dragon Ball, series. I be always in the movies. Like Godzilla movies come out, I'm catching it in the movies.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
like
catch that new Kong one that comes out, the one with
yeah,
King Kong.
it should be about pretty quiet now because that came out a week or two ago. So
Yeah,
it
it
should be
looks like
about
2
pretty
weeks.
quiet. You go into the theater, you might have the whole theater to yourself, kind of
Yeah,
thing. That's what I
looks
like
like a
going, man.
matinee ticket.
Yeah,
Word.
yep.
Catch that
Being
matinee. You gotta catch
being
that
there with all the
matinee now, man.
snacks, man. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. It is expensive as shit.
Word, man. You
Yeah,
gotta catch that
I took my
matinee now.
son.
I got
Took my son last week
yeah.
because his birthday was last Sunday, and I think I spent more on concession stuff than we even paid
The
for
tickets.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was like, yo,
Yeah.
all I got was like,
Oh.
some popcorn, some nachos, and like icy, one of those slushy drinks. I'm like, damn, $20.
$45 right there.
Yo, y'all just made me have a random thought, man. But you know when when the pandemic was here, like, and everything was changing. I noticed, like, even out here in Connecticut, they started letting you like started making you have takeout at one point, right? And they used to let you bring like liquor home in a cup. So I thought that was a cool change, and I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Right.
the other thought I was hoping what happened. I'm like, yo, I hope movie theaters move back and go backwards. I hope they start making people watch movies from their car again and like set up some big ass screen somewhere out here in Connecticut. I was
That'd be
hoping for
dope.
that shit so bad, bro, but it ain't happen.
Little drive-in theater. We got those out here in Colorado, man. They're very special. Like it's not, something that, or maybe it is. Maybe it is a place you can just pull up to and expect that experience every time. But I know that when I was reading about it, it's not like all the latest films, you know what I'm saying? It's not like catch the best, the newest film in there. Like it's just yeah, exactly. What's available to them for that large projector, but it's an experience out here you can do for sure, man. And it's
all right. That might
different, man.
might be another. Listen, man, we about to plan an excursion too, man. Motherfucking excursion out there, man.
Right. Yeah, yo, Colorado's got a lot of shit to do, man. That's why I love it out here. Like, there's a lot of damn people, man, but there's a lot of shit to do. So, that's what makes it fun, man. It's just, especially nowadays, I find myself diving in deeper a little bit with my community, so I'm open to a lot more options too. So can do all sorts of things, man. You want to hit nature, man. Nature's there waiting for you. There's 100 state parks out here. You can go to any one of them, and they close at like 10 p.m. So the one we went to today, the first time I went with Kate, just her and I, and we walked the trail. It was one of our dates, and it was so dope because this place is far enough away from the city where if you look out in the sky, you can see millions of stars, dude. And my mind was blown, y'all. I was just like, oh my God. Like, you see it in pictures all the time. You see it on your, like the wallpaper on your computer and shit. You see NASA pictures, but like seeing it for yourself everywhere in the sky is a whole experience, dude. So we're planning to go back like this summer and take the kids out there at night to go see that shit, what it looks like. Cause yeah, man, it's a lot of shit to do, and that's just an experience to have, man. Like being out of the city and kind of experiencing that, man, is fun. I love outer space, man. So like I'm all for that shit,
Yeah. I'm all for the experiences now, man. I wasn't really in the 4th of July until last 4th of July, man. That shit was dope. I was sitting that close to them fireworks, man. It was different.
Yep.
It was different, man.
That's it. Yeah, I remember one time too. I went out there to Seaside, man, and they had the barges out shooting off the barges. And I went with my grandpa, and I want to say my mom and I can't remember who. I know my grandpa and my mom were there. Yo, that was a whole experience, man. Being that close, and the ocean, the sky, everything is black. So you're out there on the beach, and this shit is just, it was so crazy, man. So ever since then, I've loved the 4th of July, man. I love getting to the fireworks, but out here we found a spot, man, where we're like maybe a few hundred feet from where they're being shot off of, so you could feel the explosions like in your heart, bro. That shit shake your whole body. Oh, that's the best, bro. That shit is so cool. Like it elevated that experience for me. So
Yeah.
I feel you on that. When getting closer,
yeah. You know what? I think I recall feeling it. Because it was so close.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a slight vibration I did feel. It was dope, man. I'll do it again.
I'll
do it again for sure.
Yeah, that's the plan, man.
Yo, heck, man. You know what, man? I just had an idea for your. I just had an idea, man. I need you to take it and throw it in Mid-Journey, bro.
Hey, okay.
Right behind that whole doppelganger conversation, man. Let's put in something like I don't know, a doppelganger that brings you bad energy or something. I don't know. I wonder what that would spit out. Something like that, huh?
I don't know. Let's. That's an interesting one, bro. It might not work as
I
what's
know
being thought of, but you know what? It's fun to kind of test the limits and see what I can do here.
Nah.
Yeah, it's kind of that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of Mid-Journey, bro. We play and something pops up, man. But I like where your head is going with that.
I want to see what comes up, man. I don't care. I don't even care if it's not a person. Maybe even if it's just like a concept or something, conceptual art or something. I don't know. I want to see what it spits out.
Yeah, it might.
Right.
I don't even know that AI understands what a doppelganger is either, though. That might be the
All right, when you ready for that, man, we'll bring it in, man.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Aside from that, heck, man, yo, again, I was excited to get up here today, man. I've been having a really inspiring week. It's been a really inspiring week. It's been pretty busy. I've been having some work, but like I feel accomplished because I set up a 12-week goal, 7 weeks ago now, I think. But like I'm kind of on par to where I'm supposed to be with that, right? During the whole process, I made a mess of everything, but slowing down to go over it, I'm just really on par. So I don't know, just feeling accomplished. Instead of keep kind of just going, I kind of slowed down from the projects I was doing just to kind of get my footing back, and it just ended up being an inspiring weekend. This time on this calm down, I didn't beat myself up or think to myself yo, you need to be doing something or anything like that. I just kind of let myself be this week, and I want to say, yo, I am really excited to be back and linked up with you guys, man. I had a really thought-provoking conversation with Hector, my accountability partner over there, Hector, this week about my business. So and moves that I want to make. That was inspiring. And I was sharing ideas with my other accountability partner down there, Brian, who suggested and it's just nice having people to talk to. And Brian suggested something based off of what he heard me talking about. Like he said, hey Frank, you should watch out. You should watch Shark Tank. And I took my accountability partner's word, and I was binging that yesterday, man. And bro, some of them people up there that was going on, man, and they was telling their stories and why they got started and the facts, how they knew their facts and stuff like that and what they wanted to do. Bro, some of the stories had my eyes wet, man. It had my eyes wet, bro. Some of them, some of the people were funny and stuff like that, but I really enjoyed watching that show, man. So it ended up being a really inspiring week. And then there was self-scientists. I'm trying to really get back into this workout like I used to be. That and intentional eating. I mean, I used to be on it with like eating my protein 6 times a day, doing what I got to gain the mass that I want. But now it's like I don't know. I don't know. If I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. So as a self-scientist now, what I started doing in the past week is I actually started like finding these videos of like bodybuilders. And it's not that I want to be as big as any of these bodybuilders, but I know that these guys work hard for whatever they do, right? And I'm finding what I've been doing is I've been turning it on this computer. Not that I'm watching it, but I'm letting it play in the background while I'm working out. And it's like inspiring, man. I feel like I'm in the gym with the greatest of all times, yo. Like, you know what I mean? Just a bunch of them. One video stop, I turn on the next one, man, and get inspired. And yo, during this, and I want to give this to somebody, man. So you guys want to level up? Anybody want to level up out there? You know what I mean? Young people, if you want to level up out there, the people you refer to as old heads, watch them. Go watch them on YouTube. Like, it's cool to have your favorite people for today. The trending people, these people that's trying to teach you fitness today. Yeah, they could teach. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with their teaching, but they can only teach you what they know to the level that they're at now. So let's say they're 20 years old. You know what I mean? And you're level 1 at fitness. Okay, well, he could probably help you get to level 20 fast. But if there's a guy that I'm watching, this guy Robinson, he's like 76 and he looks fit to this day. You know what I'm saying? And I started watching his motivational videos. What you about to say, B?
So yeah, that guy is jacked.
He's jacked to this day. Brian been watching him with me this week too. Okay. And so anybody who wants to like fast forward their learning, go watch one of the old heads, man. Go watch somebody who's done it and still doing it, because it's like watching fitness and fast forward. He's 76. He brought me back to when he was 23. You know what I mean? If you talking about leveling up, this guy's at level 76. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That is leveling up. If you guys want to pay attention to somebody, go back and watch all of their stuff, man. Listen to what they say. Let them talk. Listen to what they're saying, what they've been through. Robbie Robson has one of the most inspiring stories out of the ones I've heard all week, man. This guy, he became famous in the time where, in his community where he came from, the black people around there were saying you can't do that. Like, you can't do that. Like, they don't let, that's not something black people do. They don't let black people into those competitions. And even in his young age, he had enough wherewithal to say, yes, I can do that. I can do whatever I want if I put my time and energy into it. And he went for it. You know what I'm saying? And listening to that story all the way through, because again, where he came from, they sent him out with the stigma that that's a white man's world. You can't make it in there. He went out there like the glitch in the matrix that he was, right? And when he went out there, what he found was, there was a lot of racist white people at the time. Yeah, it was. They made him do some ridiculous. Like he had to endure some ridiculous things to get to his blessings. You know what I'm saying, in his story, right? But through enduring that, and through all the hardship, and even through having race, going through racism, it was also white people that was looking out for him. It was also white people that was encouraging him. You know what I'm saying? It was also white people saying like, "Hey, look, I don't know what they talking about, bro. You got the best looking body up in this joint, man. You doing your thing." You know what I mean? And that was also what motivated him as well. So he came from an era where, like, this shit shouldn't have been possible, man. And he was known as the Black Prince, man. You know what I mean? And now I use him. That's my motivational coach now, man. All I do is turn him on this big ass screen right here. I hit play and I go do my workout whenever I want inspiration now, because this dude had to endure racism. He had to endure hardships. You know what I mean? Just to be seen for something he was passionate about. We come from an era and a time where we ain't got to do that. We could do everything we want behind the scene and grow. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So if he had to endure and do a lot of that, man, I could do a little of this. You know what I'm saying? I could do a little bit of what he doing. I need that Robbie Robson energy first thing in the morning. And that's how I
Yeah.
find it, man. I go in there with the gym. I go in the gym with the best of them.
Feel you on that. No, that's cool, man. That's a good way to put that, Frank. Because yeah, you know, we gather their, you know, that's what life is about, man. It's just a collection of different experiences and then making choices with that, you know. So to have someone that had endured it in a way, you know, that's probably a lot harder than today because, you know, not only having access to equipment that could get your body to that point, but then having to deal with the mental capacity that, you know, that he had to experience with people putting him down and who do you trust, you know, what do you do? How do you do this? How do you navigate it? Like, you know, you put that shit in comparison to today, man, and it kind of does feel like apples and oranges, you know what I'm saying? Because we've come a long way, but he still made it happen. So, like, you know, having to endure the hardest parts of that weren't even really relative to the thing he was trying to accomplish. Like, yeah, hell yeah, you could get a piece of that, man, because, you know, now you could have your gym at home, you know, is where back then it not necessarily was like that. You know, you walk into a gym today and you see all walks of life, man. It's pretty funny because like yesterday, we went to the grocery store, man, and we do this thing, you know, every once in a while we'll do this thing like we go to the movies or we go to a concert or we go grocery shopping, and it's like, who's your favorite person, like out of the crowd? Pick a favorite person, kind of thing, like
Yeah.
So, you know, we don't do it all the time, but every once in a while we'll be like, you know, did you have a favorite person this trip? And I happened to have one at the grocery store, you know, and it was this little white lady, man. She must have been in like her 40s or 50s, and she was real thin, but bro, she was jacked. Like,
Yeah.
her muscles, you could see the veins. It was toned. I was like, I could not help but stare at this lady, dude. Like, I don't know if she caught me staring or not, but like, I just kept looking at her like, yo, she is fit, dude. And she was, you know, like I said, she was probably closer to her 50s, or if not over. And it was just cool to see that, man. Like, this is a fitness lady right here, man. She get it in. Her calves were strong. Her biceps were strong as shit. She had solid shoulders. I'm like, okay. It was cool to see that, you know.
Yeah.
And, yeah, she just ended up being my favorite person for that grocery trip, man. But like, it's cool because, you know, you wouldn't really see that a lot, you know, like a woman be fit like that. That back then, hell no, that wasn't you know, couldn't do that.
Yeah.
You had to be sexy and you had to be slim and all that extra bullshit. So it's like, it's cool, you know, kind of, you know, like with Robbie there, you know, just the different things that people had to endure, and then they do it, you know, and that's their life now. So I like that, man, because I want to be in my 70s and be toned and fit and healthy and look good too, you know. I want people to look at me and be like, he ain't 70, you know, that's the new 50 or whatever.
For real.
Yeah, there's somebody
So-
that's like that. Like, you know, if he told you his age, like, you probably wouldn't believe him because like he's in such good shape.
Right.
You know, he said
I love that.
He's in his 70s. He's like 71 or 72 now. I'm like, wow, really? You know, I would have, if I had to guess, I would have thought he was like 50 something. You know, but that guy,
See?
he always keeps himself in real good shape. You know, I guess he's already like past retirement,
Nice.
so he has plenty of time on his hands. So he stays active.
Yeah, what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I want to stay
Yeah,
active, man.
I told him, I
When
was like,
retirement comes for me.
I want to be like you, man.
Hell yeah. I used to work at a 24-hour fitness, man. I worked there for a couple of years, and I used to work the night shift, and I got to see a lot of cool people come in and out of there, man. Like, there was this one dude, man. The dude was like pushing 60. I remember him telling me he was pushing retirement, and I really thought he was like in his late 30s, early 40s. Like, this dude had fucking 30-inch biceps, bro. Like, he was just heavy fucking built, like, and he looked super young in his face. And then, you know, one day we got to conversation, and he's like, yeah, I'm almost 60. I was like, get out of here. You lied to me, man. Like, how you gonna lie to me in a conversation like that? He was being dead ass. He showed me his ID and everything. I was like, whoa, like how is that possible? And he's just like, yeah, man, I live in here. You see me every day. It's like, it's true. I sure did see him in there every day, man. That was his life. He stayed active. That shit's cool to me, man. Like some people do that because it pays off, man. You can physically see how it pays off. You look younger. You're still way capable up in your later years because it's scary as shit to me, man. The same grocery trip where I saw this woman, bro. Like I saw this really fit woman, but then I saw this older gentleman, probably 60s or 70s, and he's walking really slow, walking with a cane. And it's like, man, I get it. Life happens, but that scares me. I don't want to be, slow and feeling like if I trip over, that's it. That's the end of me kind of shit. I'm afraid of that, man. I want to be healthy and I want to be able to keep going. And you know what I'm saying? Like I want to be present. So when the grandbabies come around, man, yeah, hell yeah. I'm picking them up and tossing them and shit, we're playing. I want to be able to do that. So it scares me to get old and not be healthy.
You know what my grandfather joke gonna be when I'm doing that. When I'm taking them, throwing them all over the place.
What's that?
It's gonna be a million years before you're gonna be able to do that to me, young man. Okay. Old man strength.
I love
it. I don't get old. I get strong.
You get strong, man. Hell yeah.
I look forward to it.
So the Midjourney struggling with the doppelganger, man, but it put out one that's cool. So I couldn't quite get the good guy, bad guy thing going.
Yeah.
But it definitely put out what I feel like.
All right, let's go.
This is probably the expression
you ready
we would
to
all.
share?
You ready to share? Man. Let's do it.
Yeah, all right. Well, from minds to matter, man. From our heads to your eyes, there's no need to visualize. Midjourney will share with you exactly what's on our mind. And with that, take it away, Hector. It's time for mind over matter.
So, Midjourney, it's getting a lot better now. AI is getting really good with creating very lifelike images. And for it to have done it twice, left and right, kind of thing, like I feel like truly, bro, if a doppelganger kind of ever existed, this is the kind of expression we would probably have looking at our doppelgangers. Yeah. Like in shock, like, whoa, like, are you real?
Hey, wait a minute.
And so out of all the examples, I ran it through the algorithm a few times, and this one was just kind of cool, man. It gave me like some thriller sci-fi movie poster kind of vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like
you got that one too? You only can pick one, right?
Yeah, I could. I mean, I got a bunch of them. I can show you like one of the other ones. This one, I'll show you this one here. Let me. This one was kind of cool too. Like I was feeling this one. This kind of I can't remember the actress's name. You guys will probably know it, and then immediately be able to be like, oh yeah, Scarlett
Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. This one kind of looks like Scarlett Johansson a little bit, and I was just like, that's not bad.
It does look a little bit like her, yeah.
Yeah, right. Just kind of came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, man. Like, yeah, it's just kind of dope, man. Midjourney's coming a long way, man. And
that face look real as hell, man.
It really do. The one on the left, yeah, it looks like kind of the woman's looking into a reflection of some sort. It's like a ghostly reflection. I like how it gave it this like sci-fi, because you think doppelganger and that's like some sci-fi shit. That's out of this world. But yeah, I love the sci-fi futuristic vibe kind of feeling that's going on. I love sci-fi, man. I'm all, like I said earlier, bro, I'm all about outer space.
That used to be our dad's thing, man.
Yeah, that is my thing. Anything like sci-fi, anything like Japanese, man, I'm in there. I'm in all the way, I love like kaijus and Godzilla and King Kong and all that kind of big giant robots, and I'm all about it, man. That's the kid in me, man. Keep him alive and well,
Word.
But yeah, man, that was fun. The doppelganger thing was interesting, man. And I wonder, now I'm curious if I could take it into a test. I'll test it a little bit more, and I'll put a picture of me and see if it can make me a doppelganger looking at myself, kind of thing. That'd be fun.
Word.
Play with that a little bit.
Yeah, you know what would be cool?
Yeah, man.
I just thought about it. It's like say it's like a picture of a person looking in the mirror, and say they turn their head, but the reflection is still looking at them.
Yeah, yeesh. Some horror movie shit right there.
For real.
Woo.
Yeah, I can't get over Brian's background, man.
It looked legit, man. I really thought it was real. I was like, whoa, what part of the house you in, man?
His plant looking more alive than my plant, man. I had to replace it with a book.
Oh, man. That's cool, man. Yeah, that green screen that's an incredible technology, man. It's so simple, but it's so cool. We've been seeing it for years. Like, when you look at the news and the weather comes up, that's all green screen. So it's like, it's really cool to like see that be, like I said, like earlier, going back to the same example, I said you couldn't have a home gym in your house, but now you can. You know what I'm saying? Like time progresses and makes that shit available to the consumer.
Things are to people now. No, I even I saw an ad for it's like a miniature. It's like a little home sauna. Cause like I've been telling Frankie for a while. I was like, yo, I wish I had enough money to like build a sauna, like on site, like I like redo the garage, turn into a gym, and build a sauna in the corner of the gym.
Oh man. Hell yeah.
And like, there's like this little thing. I mean, it's basically like a 1-person sauna. Like you set it up and like you can stand there and it has the same effects of a sauna. It's like $300 or something like that. I was like, I want to do a little bit of research on it, like see if there's any reviews or like YouTube videos.
Right.
People sharing their firsthand experience, and I might order it. And then I think they have a deal going on, like it comes with one of those ice bathtubs too, right? So I was like, okay, shit. So I gotta make my decision before they take that off, because I definitely want the little ice bath too.
Yeah, true. No, that's cool too, because like thinking about it in this sense, like you think about like a gym membership, right? And I run you $60+ a month, right? So that thing will pay for itself in just a couple of months, considering if there are lots of days you go to the sauna. But then I know Frankie's all about functionality and turning rooms into rooms that have purpose. You're in there on purpose or for a reason. So you could turn that whole area into the whole garage, turn it into like a mini gym. You set up a good spot for a treadmill. Maybe you put a green screen, you paint the wall. I don't know. You can figure out so much shit because, like you were saying, Brian, so much more is accessible now to us. You could literally turn that entire room. Like you walk in there, and that shit could feel like you're in outer space and have equipment. You know what I'm saying? And the sauna and all that. Like you pay a few $100s to get it set up just right, but then it pays for itself. You not having to have that gym membership because it's right across the fucking the median to get to the garage. Like.
Word. No, I love all of that, man. Brian's green screen just got me thinking.
Say what?
I'm sorry, I missed that, Brian. What'd you say?
Oh, you were about to say something, right? About the green screen.
Oh, all right. Well, I was just saying, it'd be dope, man, if somebody take that whole idea about the news. How y'all was telling me like they've been doing that on the news forever or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like using a green screen to show the weather. Hey man, it's a new day and age. Like you guys said, the technology's in your house now, man. Who needs a weatherman? Somebody could wake up at whoever's enthusiastic in the morning ever thought about being a weather person. Yeah, get one of them damn green screens. Put your suit on or whatever you want to do it in. And give the goddamn weather every day and put it on your social media feed. I bet you somebody will follow you. I love the way this person give the weather, yo.
And it don't even gotta
throw
be
a
real.
little bit of comedy in there or something.
Yeah, you just made me
don't even gotta be real.
Made me think of that line from Jay-Z, from Renegade. He was like, "Give me the news." Instead, it's just his ghetto point of view. Right? You got the little green screen back there, and you just talk about everything that's going on in your neighborhood, like stuff that you heard, things that you know going on.
For real.
Yep.
For
Watch
real,
out for these potholes on Fairfield Ave, y'all. Look how big this thing is.
for real.
Yeah.
Bring some real news to the news for real. Like,
Exactly.
oh
Yep.
look, the mayor want to do something now. It must be time for re-election. Now he working on the road because it's been shitty. It's been shitty his whole term. His whole fucking
man.
term, y'all. Okay.
For real, you got like your little channel set up, like everybody in your neighborhood is gonna be watching it, like. Like, see this stuff really
real. The real News 12 on Facebook.
Like, yo, there's a cold front coming. Like, yeah, it's supposed to be mad chilly today.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have so much fun with that, man. That's cool. But yeah, like it just requires a space to be able to do that in, man. And it is a lot more accessible nowadays to have that. Because I really am considering, like Kate and I, we are considering using our basements, like the storage area in the basement. For a couple of things. Like, do we want to bring a weight room and some equipment in there? Or do we want to turn it into like a little shop where we have all sorts of equipment and machines to produce, different kinds of pieces of art, or, the little signage, wayfinding. Like, we're really considering turning it into a studio or a weight area. And it's just like, it's cool that we can have that option at home. That's kind of nice to be able to do that. Because if I don't got to spend money on something else, man, I don't want to, you know what I mean? Because I already spend all my money on food. So like having a place at home, where we can do that whole purpose thing, man, is kind of nice. I like the idea of that shit. Like, I'm with that.
Word, man.
So
different every corner of your house, man, a different purpose, man.
Yeah. There's this song, man. This is artist, this rap artist I listen to. He's not really rap, but he does. It's hip hop more, not the aggressive shit. But his name is Coda the Friend. And he's got this song, man, and in one of these songs, he's talking about, you couldn't bless me with a better basement. And like when he said that shit, I was like, whoa, like I'm in my basement right now, and it's set up where I'm doing my podcast. I feel healthy. I got my setup. It's perfect, man. Like that shit resonated loud with me because I'm like, damn, man, I got a really good basement, man. Like, I love it down here.
You know what, Hector, man? That just made me think about like affirmations, right? Because I noticed for a long time, like when I first started like this whole affirmation thing, I would be saying like, yo, I want, I don't know, a nice room with I don't know, I'll be wishing for like simple things, but then now it's like when I look around, I'm like, yo, my room ain't that bad. Am I making any real wishes right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? My room ain't that bad. Like, I could really find gratitude for just about anything I got. Like, I don't need the latest car. It would be nice, but I could be just as grateful with something lesser. So it's like, more recently, it's like I've been rethinking like what is my vision? What am I really affirming? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because some of the things I'm asking for, I really already got it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't need the million. Like, if life is only about being happy, right? I wake up happy most of the time, man. I really don't need much more to be happy, but you know what I mean? There are things that would make me happier or make me feel more secure, or you know what I mean? But you got to find gratitude. You do have to find gratitude for what you have now. Anyway, that's important either way. So, you know what I mean?
That's true. I saw a Facebook post or something, or a meme or whatever. I think it was a Facebook post a couple of days ago, and it was like, gratitude is realizing that, yeah, you have a giant pile of laundry because you have clothes to wear, and you got a shit ton of dishes in the sink because you had 3 meals today, kind of shit. Like finding gratitude like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that post was dope, man. I was like, oh shit, that's really true, man. Because a lot of us, I hate cleaning. Well, you know what I mean? Like you're cleaning because you got these things that you can be fortunate enough to have. Like, and so gratitude is just kind of adjusting your focus, man, and realizing, well, shit, yeah, I got dishes because I have food. you know, I like food. Food make me happy. I'm good. So where's the problem? You know what I mean? Like, we got to be a little bit more grateful, man, for sure. So I like that, Frank. I like that a lot, bro.
Or
So
how much time we got? We got 10 minutes.
about 10 minutes.
We got time to spin that wheel, man.
I mean, we could. We only got a few options left on it, so we're gonna have to start adding some options here real soon, man.
Yeah,
Couple
watch me
weeks.
spin this wheel to be the topic I've been wanting to talk about the whole time, man. Go ahead, man. Let's do it.
All right,
Got 10 minutes to talk.
let's do it.
You gonna try to rapid fire this one?
Yeah, I'm going right into it. Going right into it. A loaded question.
A loaded question.
Kind of feeling.
It's funny because all three of the remaining are about questions. A loaded question.
You said all three to what?
The last remaining topics on here, one of them is a loaded question. Is there a such thing as a stupid question? And then do you ask questions in your relationship? So
Oh,
we're
word.
getting it. Yeah, that's cool, man.
They save all the questions for last.
Yeah,
Say the question. Say the question.
A loaded question. So what to you guys right off the top of your head, what is a loaded question? Like what
I'm gonna have to have to ask for a lifeline and let Brian answer that one first because I don't know.
Okay.
A loaded question.
So what's a
I'm trying to remember the context behind.
I've heard it before. I heard it.
Yeah, like I've heard of a loaded question before. Oh, that was a loaded question. But I'm trying to think along the lines of the context of the actual inspiration behind the.
You know what? I remember the last time I heard it was from a anime. It was from Attack on Titans. Commander Irvin was talking to Aaron, like he went and whispered something in his ear, and then he was like, "Never mind, it was a loaded question," and walked off. But I don't get what it was about.
Okay. To jog your memory a little bit, B, I remember you telling me something about a woman you were having a conversation with some gal or something, and then you mentioned the loaded question, but that's all I remember about it. So I don't know if that helps spark anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
You're having a conversation with someone.
I'm trying to remember what it was about. But like a loaded question is basically like
was that like being set up or something?
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like setting you up. Yeah, so like they're asking a question that they know they may not like the answer to, or like or it may be like a rhetorical question. Right?
Or yeah, they already know the answer or something, right?
Yeah, they're assuming. Yeah, so going to Google, a loaded question is a form of complex question that contains a controversial assumption. So you're already presumed guilty. They feel like they know the answer, and they're gonna still ask you the question anyway, kind of shit.
Right,
like they know where it's going, needs you to confirm it.
Like say you're doing like an interview or something like that, and the interviewer asks a question about like say some legal trouble you're recently in. Like say a celebrity does an interview, and the interviewer asks them a question, and they're like, "I thought I told you not to ask me about that, right?" Or why are you here asking me loaded questions?
Yep. I don't know that I've ever. Maybe I have. Maybe someone has asked me a loaded question before. One's not coming to memory right off the top of my head. And I feel like I might have asked a loaded question before. And I feel like if I have ever asked, it's not necessarily out of the state of an assumption, more so like I already know the answer, which may be not even the same thing. But I feel like I've known the answer to a question, and I kind of wanted to see if this person was willing to give me the truth behind it, kind of thing, But I don't know if that's a loaded question. But I feel like I don't know that someone has really ever asked me. It's not sticking out in memory. I don't know that I've ever had an experience like that with a loaded question with someone feeling like they knew the answer and they kind of just wanted me to admit guilt. I don't know.
I don't know if I ever was put in that predicament. And I mean, I don't know if I ever asked. I know I asked rhetorical questions before. Like I don't know. You just when you just like you're upset and you're in disbelief. Like you can't believe somebody did something, even though you know they did it, but you're just like, oh, why would you do that? Like what? Like, but wait, why would you do that? And then they answer you, but you'd be like, then you ask them again, but wait, I don't understand. Like, why did you do that again? Like, what? I remember being there before, but like, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I remember that ain't get me nowhere neither, man. I was still mad either way. I got my answer, still was mad. So
I really wish we could remember why Brian, because this was one of Brian's, man. I really wish we could remember what
it was so long ago that
the context was. Yeah, we added that in like a while back for real. Like, damn, it's been a minute for sure.
Yeah,
but yeah,
know what? You got to title it in a way that's gonna jog your memory.
Yeah. It's time.
I don't know, but I feel like. Yeah, I feel like questions like that, man, they can be damaging because, the whole point of a question is for understanding, right? You want to gain a bigger understanding. But when you come in with an assumptive answer already that kind of has been formulated around it, like, are you even really asking a question or are you just confirming something, Like, so it sucks, man, because, like, I know that, like me personally, I love asking questions, man. Like, I'm the guy that, I can handle the answer. Just give it to me, give me a day or two maybe to process what I hear, but like I can handle it.
Yeah.
But I do try not to assume because like, once you start doing that, man, then you kind of eliminate your ability to be able to ask fair questions. You eliminate your ability to actually have true understanding. And so, I'll ask, whomever, whatever, man. I like asking people. Like if I'm in an Uber, and my Uber driver's driving, hey, one of my questions I always ask, how long you been doing this? What got you started? And a lot of 9 out of 10 times, I just needed extra money. And, there's that one gem. It's just like, hey, I like talking to people, man. This is one of the best ways to talk to strangers with no hard feelings. It's like, cool. That's the answer I'm looking for. Cause then it's a conversation. There's some content there. So like, I like asking certain questions based on what I'm heading into. But trying not to make that assumption of knowing, I know you're doing this for money. Most people are, but not everyone is.
Right. Yeah, some people got time on their hands, and they like driving and they like meeting new people. This is a way to meet people and earn money on the side, So
exactly.
Yeah, but I feel like basically asking loading questions is a form of gaslighting people, right? Like, you're not genuinely asking the question because you want to know something. You're trying to, either set someone up or get them to, you're almost like coercing like an answer out of them, things like that. So, it's like a disingenuous thing to do, right?
I agree.
So
usually the intention by
a loaded question. So a loaded question sounds like it's something that comes with like some intention tied behind it most of the time. Like it's not like I don't know. Maybe the person got their heart set out and embarrassing you or making you feel a certain way or something.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
Maybe.
But
I feel like it's got a string of different emotions and different kind of ramifications, if you will, behind it. Like you're not asking a question to get an answer. You're looking for them to kind of confirm your assumption. I feel like is really what a loaded question is. Like
you already have like a presumptive answer, and you're trying to get them to arrive at
confirm.
Let's talk about this. When is a good time to use a loaded question? I would say a good time to. I think I would say that's a skill. That's a skill for a lawyer, no?
For a lawyer,
yeah.
Like if you're interrogating somebody,
a cop or a lawyer, interrogation,
the interrogation room.
If interrogation is part of your line of work, that's it, right?
Yeah. If you're cross-examining a witness.
So if if you're not a cop or a lawyer, and I feel like you're asking me loaded questions, I'm gonna ask you like, what are you, a cop? What's going
Yeah,
on here?
right. You see
What
that
are
shit
you?
in movies
You
all
a,
the
what
time
are you, a
too,
freaking
man. You a
lawyer?
cop?
Am I on the hot seat? Like, what's going on here?
Am I on the hot
Yeah.
seat? What's going on here?
Yeah, I
you
feel like
probably,
that's probably the
you probably can
profession, man.
negate it. You probably can negate whatever the missed with the loaded question if you point it out that way too. Like, hey, what is this? Like, is that a load? Like, why are you asking me that? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whatever they
yeah.
thought it was gonna be, you turn it into a whole different direction.
Now that's fun
Like,
though.
what
All
is it?
right, so let's carry this the other way now. Okay, so we figured out a profession where that is a good thing to probably have a skill at, but what's a profession that's probably not a good idea to have that in? I already got one on the top of my head.
Not to have an interrogation. Give me yours, Hector. It might give me an idea.
Being like a therapist, you know.
Oh, okay.
Probably not a good job.
Yeah.
Probably not a good job to
You don't
be
wanna-
sitting there asking loaded questions.
For real.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're
you
not
know
even trying to
what
see your
though?
client that way, right?
You,
No,
you,
right.
you know what, man? Different strokes for different folks, man. It's probably somebody that needs it just like that. They need loaded questions, like hey, wait a minute. Now, let me make sure you know how stupid you sound. Okay, here, let me ask you a question. All right. Some people need it like that. Like, you got, like,
It's
do you know you
true.
sound stupid? Right. Hold on. Let me tell you how you sound. How does this sound? Okay. Well, when you say it like that,
Yeah.
no, you said it like that.
You
Okay.
said it, Leo.
You said it like
Oh my
that.
gosh. That's the thing. That's the thing, man. I have experienced people like that where you
Hey,
gotta ask the question very like you gotta dumb it down and make it sound like stupid as hell. And then they realize like, yeah, that's me, yep. And it's like, what are you doing? You know?
yeah. You know what, man? I love people and their personalities, man. Some of my favorite people are like the hard asses that come at you like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not that they're mean people, right? It's just
Mm.
like, just don't come asking them just any old thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It puts other people on the guard. Like, all right, let me make sure my this is not an answer I can find by myself, and this person can really help me because she gonna just turn me around, tell me to go on Google, or you know what I mean? Like, is you
Mhm.
stupid? Okay, you don't know all 50 states and its capitals? Is you stupid?
Yeah. Dude, that's a whole nother thing though, man. Cause this is like one of my sayings at work, man. There's only but so much I'm willing to retain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna try and retain everything. Like, you can generalize something, and hey, okay, if that's my topic of expertise, then bet I'm in there. But if it's not, I don't care. Like, no, we can only hold but so much, man. And it's funny, like the premise of that conversation was, how many phone numbers do you remember? And it's like, shit, nowadays, back when we was kids, man, I'd remember everybody's phone number by heart. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah,
dial
for
up
real.
Frank, dial it up. I'm dial up my mom, dial it up. Like, I had that number up here because we didn't have the cell
Yeah.
phones like we do. But to this day, bro, there are like 6 phone numbers that I remember by heart. And that's it. That's all I want to remember because I have this device, man. Like, why not? I'm gonna let something else be
Yeah.
retained. Like,
You know that was real well put, heck. Because you know what, I feel the same. Our minds is just like a memory card. There's only but so much you can contain up there. That's why we talk about like being more conscious of what you're consuming in your mind. You know what I mean? The things is yo. You want to remember something important, but you filling your head with so much bullshit and other things going on, and distracting yourself with so many things. Like, yo, how are you gonna hold on to the important things? There's no space up there for that. You know what I mean?
right,
Your brain's
right,
still computing on a whole bunch of other shit you put in there. You
yeah,
know? So I really do like that. I like that thought, heck. I like what you
yeah.
shared just now, man.
I feel like it's something we could practice and maybe be able to have an ability to retain a lot more because I've seen people like, um, You know, like there's this one girl who's this, I don't know what it's called, but man, she can remember like a 75-digit number, and she'll do it with this little exercise where she'll sing a song in her head, and then she can recite all the numbers in sequential order as she saw them, and it could be random as hell, and it's like, holy shit, you could really train yourself to retain stuff, you know what I mean? And that'd be a cool exercise, man, just to kind of learn how you can hold on to something like that.
I feel like it's stories like that they took for like these animes and amplified it and turned them into like a powerful spell or some shit.
Right? Oh,
that's dope though. That's fucking dope, man.
One. We got to save that one for next episode. I was just talking to Aiden about like spells and different human abilities. We was just having a conversation the other day about it, man. But that was fun. We'll have to deep dive into that one.
Yeah, that would be fun to talk about. That would definitely be fun to talk about, man. Word spells, man.
Yeah, I feel like humans. There's something, man. You know, there's something deep in here, man. That's just not quite unlocked that we're capable of. But yeah,
you know what, Hector? Just to drive your point, about the memory thing. I remember hearing something, a story about Albert Einstein. You know,
yep,
the guy considered one of the brightest brains, you know, to ever live, right? A reporter or somebody had asked him for his phone number, and he said, oh, okay, you know, go get it from my secretary, or you get it from my secretary. So then the reporter was like, wait, you don't remember your phone number? And his response was like, why would I waste my brain power on remembering something as trivial as a phone number? Like, you know what I mean?
Damn.
I was like, yo,
I'm on the right path. I like it.
Yeah, man, you're on the right path, bro. Because like, yo, if it don't matter, it don't matter. Like you said, man, it's in here. Who you want me to call, Brian? I mean, just look up Brian. I'm dialing his number for.
And that's it, man. That's it. Like, what? I don't know what they were called. Man, they got a cool name. Yeah, right. They got a cool name. Like back in the day, you used to flip through the little. It was like a little, like almost like circular. What's it called?
Rolodex.
Rolodex. Yep. That, you know, that's what the whole point of that was. You just put contact information in there. Boom. That's this is a Rolodex. Like, I'm gonna use the Rolodex, man. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, I'm not retaining it. I don't need to. I don't want to. That's a fun name, man. It's a fun name. Because that's also the same name as a watch, right? No, it's a Rolex. Rolodex, Rolex. Yeah, huh? That's pretty damn close.
Couple letters out.
Yeah, right. There we go. That's information keeping, man. Shit, we all want to stay on top of the time, right? Maybe that's where the inspiration of the name came from. Who knows?
Maybe.
Well, shit, fellas, we hit that hour. Went a little over, but it was cool.
Yeah, man.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get us up out of here, man. Conversation was dope though, as always, and we're gonna be adding more to the wheel soon, so we're gonna have to put some fuel back up in there and get some content. I feel like we should empty the wheel out and then throw some more in there. That way we're good for it.
I'm gonna have some wheel material.
That makes sense too, man.
Ready for when we refresh.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's coming soon, so a couple weeks for sure. But with that said, for all y'all that came through and let us borrow some time, we'll see you next week on Peace of Your Mind. Much love.
One love.